And when you talk about a dude, I remember being at St. John's, and when he signed with Georgetown, it was a big-ass deal. You talk about a guy with pure handles. It is Mr. Chris Wright. Chris, what's up, dude? Thanks for making time.
What's going on, family? Nice to see you. JP, what's going on?
What's happening, brother?
Chris just had a birthday. I ran into him at Clyde's and Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Asked if he could come join us, man.
Yes.
How often are you doing the Wizards postgame show on the radio?
I do every game. I've been doing every game the last 2 years. This is my third year doing every game.
That's awesome, man. Cool. And you can listen to the Wiz right here on 106.7 The Fan.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right, dude. So
big day today.
Big day
today.
All right.
Big day. Let's not play around. You know what time it is. You already know. I'm excited, JP. We got. Listen, man. This is great for the community. Great for the city.
Yeah.
I'm excited because we've been so rich in basketball history for so many years, and to see these programs kind of emerging at the same time, it's a lot of change that's been going on. It's an exciting time for the DMV, I think.
Can you see that this game here? Because, when you are playing relatively close to somebody else, and you get neighborhoods going to one school or somebody from the opposing neighborhood goes to the other school, can you see that lifting up the play of both of these colleges?
Absolutely. I mean, it's nothing like even at the high school level, growing up in this area, it's so much competition. And when you play against people, it's such a rivalry. And at the college level, it's been the same way, too. It's just been unspoken. It just hasn't been explored. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those. Georgetown and Maryland we've always had a rivalry. We just haven't really been able to expose that, because we've always been at our own respective conferences, doing our own respective things, and we have our own rivalries inside our conference. But I can tell you as an athlete and as someone that's been growing up and knows both sides, it's always a little bit of, what it's like if we played against y'all and, we feel like we're the top dog and vice versa. So, yes, it definitely builds for sure.
See, JP don't know who he's cheering for because he went to both colleges, man.
I want to be crystal clear. I know who I'm cheering for.
Yeah, but if Georgetown wins, he's going to find a way to use that little grad school deal. That's how he plays it, Chris.
I'm rooting for the Hoyas, except tonight. They're not even close.
It's all right. All right. You got home court advantage right now, so it's okay.
All right. You want me to put my Maryland hat on? We'd have home court advantage if it was a Cap 1, too.
Stop it.
That's true.
You know what? You might right now.
Let's talk about these teams. So obviously you played at Georgetown. You grew up in Maryland, went to St. John's. It's a weird regional thing because for so long with Big John and Gary and Lefty, nobody would play each other. They just refused to admit the other existed. Now the new world of college sports, they're playing, and it's awesome. What the hell are we going to see tonight? These teams change every year.
Big time.
Maryland had a massive coaching change. I hope Kevin Willard sits on a pineapple. I don't know what Buzz Williams has built here. What are we going to see tonight?
One thing I say, and one thing I miss about college basketball, and it's the one thing about the whole NIL phase is that you get to grow with the players. You get to grow with the kid. You see them come in. You get to see them develop. You get to see them go through a certain thing. That was one of the beauties of college basketball. You got to see guys for at least 2, 3, or 4 years. So the fans and alumni and the students all grow with that person. So you grow a community with you. Now it's a little different because everything has become so corporate style and business hungry and NIL this and NIL that. It gets kind of hard for you to see. Oh shoot! We got eight new players on the team now. Who are these guys? So the rivalry now becomes of the traditions and becomes of the lineage, and it becomes what me and you are doing. It's for bragging rights because we don't have the connections yet. Right. Unfortunately, we want to try to build that. Hopefully, and I think that's still the most sustainable way of winning. But that's just not the model, the business model right now. So. More so than what we're going to see out tonight is more so the fact that me and you could talk trash when I see you at Clyde's tomorrow. You know what I mean? Right. And we can kind of have that banter. Because as much as we love our schools, the connectivity in terms of who the players are and what they're about is not there. Now, I can say this, that Buzz Williams, I played against him in college. He was at Marquette. Buzz Williams is a hard-nosed, tough, physical, fast, big, strong type of coach. That's how he likes his players to play. He likes to play physical. He likes to play fast. I think the Maryland fan base and alumni will get behind that over time because he's one of those guys. He definitely mirrors the mentality of Maryland Terrapins basketball for sure. You know, he has that he does have a kind of weird kind of Gary Williams kind of vibe to him. He can go crazy on the sidelines, you know, and he's a no nonsense kind of guy. So, you know, he's a big time coach. I will say that about Coach Buzz. And in Georgetown, we're coming back, man. I think we're coming back in a strong way. It's weird because our strong suit is guard play this year. It's not bigs.
Right.
So that's going to be the interesting thing to see. And we got Malik Mack, who's a local guy. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. He's a St. John's guy. So y'all already know what time it is, man. You know, it's Hoyas, man. We're coming in to make some noise.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. You mentioned you have 8 new guys on the team. How do teams find a way to – I understand, and I've always felt players should have got paid in college. I felt they should be able to profit off their name, image, and likeness. But how do you get a guy to be in the school for so you see somebody in one school one year, another school next year? Hell, I think once you sign it, you there.
Right, I would love that too, but you have to. I mean, there's business practices that you got to look at everything like a business now. You know, whereas the whole way that you were to recruit back in the day, that's gone. That's completely gone. You know, even if I don't know. I'm not just saying if they're doing it legally, it's still gone how they were doing it back then. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that whole style is different. I think the business models have to change in order to make it significant so these kids can see the benefit of staying for 2 and 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, what is the plan that you're putting in place for them to stay 2 and 3 years? That should be a marketing tool. I'm giving out gems right now because I'm cool like that. But I think that should be some type of marketing tool to figure out how you can keep kids, because after a while you got to create a community. Yep. You got to create something. You know, you want to keep your job. So the only way you can keep your job is some type of sustainability. And, you know, so I don't know to answer your question. I think that's the part of the game that needs to be figured out. And I think NCAA has to be a part of that as well.
Well, I think you need to go to somebody else because they don't know how to figure it out.
They don't know how to do
it. Right.
Chris, a real question on this thing. Like, Maryland's in a unique position because Buzz just got here, and it tonight goes well or not, Buzz is part of this thing for a while now, right?
Yep.
Cool. And tonight's not going to make or break anybody's season. John Thompson had Scott Van Pelt was talking about it on his podcast. Big John had a famous line about November college basketball not meaning much. And that's all I can say of the Big John quote. But what kind of pressure is Cooley under for the Hoyas? Like, he's in year 3? And they haven't made a tournament yet? Like, what is that? Yeah. It's got to be mounting over there.
JP, you asking all the right questions. You asking all the right questions. I'm with you. I mean, I think we all feel the same way. And first of all, let me say this. I'm behind Coach Cooley, and I respect what he's doing, how he's developing his program. This is the first year I can say that I feel like this is reminiscent of what an Ed Cooley team looks like. You know, in terms of personnel, in terms of how they're playing, it looks more like his style of play. You know, so he has, and it's still growing. He still needs more. He's still going to get better players as the years go on. Not saying these kids aren't good, but the style of play is more after 2 years of rebuilding and reshaping. Unfortunately, we don't have PV and Sorber to back that up. But after 2 years of reshaping, it's starting to look like his type of guys: gritty, strong, physical, athletic, long, lanky. We're starting to see the style that Cooley likes. So, yeah, it's year 3, man. I always thought that even as a player, it takes 3 years to kind of figure out your role in the game. And I think the same thing would come into a new as a coach. So year 3, we want him to make the tournament. That's what we're looking for. We're betting on that. You know, we brought him in to win, and I think it's time for us to, as a community, to feel that. And so you want to have a good showing. November basketball in this context matters.
Yeah.
You know, you want to have a good showing. You want us to look good. You want us to perform well. You want us to have an identity, a culture that we can build on. So, yeah, it's all hands on deck for Coach Cooley and the staff, man. We want to get it done, and we're supporting him.
What kind of wages you and JP got? Clyde's?
Maybe Clyde's wings. How about that, Chris?
Yeah, we talked about that. We're going to do some Clyde's wings for sure.
Dude, I appreciate you making time for us.
You, brother.
Go Hoyas most nights except tonight.
No, appreciate you guys. Y'all doing a great job. Thanks for having me on.
Appreciate you, brother.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, man.
All right.